really, because the music life, I think people underestimate just how hard it is, as so many people get discouraged. And actually, I mean, the suicide rate is scary in the music world. So I'm putting it to you as someone who manages bands and is around that
Hmm.
world. I mean, what's your advice to other musicians to kind of just to persevere and stick it out and not give in to despair and keep going?
Um, well, you need a purpose, you know? So I don't know. The first best thing I ever did was get sober,
Mm.
and I can't say it any other way. I don't discourage people who party. I've done more cocaine than most people. I survived it. I was functional during it, but there were times, man, I would be on a hotel balcony on the 20th floor and just wonder what, I could just jump off this thing right now and end it all, And it's hard. There were moments of despair. There still are. But the best thing I ever did, ever, was get sober. Ever. Life has gotten so much better since then. And you have a sense of pride with that. There's a lot of substances. We use these things to dull our senses. Sometimes we can't pinpoint to what it is, but being on the stage is the same as being out in person with a family member that you're uncomfortable with or anything. Facing the uncomfortableness of life is a necessity to grow. There's two kinds of pain. There's the pain of working out a muscle and letting and allowing it to grow, or there's the pain of sitting around and doing nothing because you're afraid, and those are going to cause a lot of problems that you're going to have to deal with later on. And you're going to have major regrets. Um, and the art life is work. People say, "Oh, I don't want to do this anymore because it wasn't fun anymore. I don't want to be in this band anymore. It wasn't fun anymore." You know, I don't want to be a musician I don't want to be a painter anymore. It's not fun anymore because business got involved. Well, it's not supposed to be fun. Hobbies are fun and they're passive, but a mission and a goal and the art life is about struggle. And once you can embrace the struggle, your whole attitude changes. When you see a problem come at you, when you see a hurdle, you're like, this is the design. It was designed to be this way. How can I challenge myself to jump that hurdle? But when you're dead, it's over. Okay. Like when I believe in the afterlife and all that, but like our human experience, when you're gone, you're gone. And to anybody who's on the fence about leaving this world by their own accord, everybody's going to say, call a suicide hotline, talk to somebody. You don't know until you're there. There's nothing anybody could tell you in your life, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying don't do that, but you go through a traumatic breakup or you get kicked out of your band or things seem like you've hit rock bottom. Trust me, it can always get worse. But one guarantee is that it will always get better. It will always get better. And so if anybody's ever thinking about that, my advice is just go to sleep. That's it. Go to sleep, wake up the next day. Right when you think that everything is as worse as it's going to be, something happens. Something always happens. A bright light shines in your life, and there's a reason, there's a purpose. But you need to find your own purpose. And there's a lot of exercises that people can do. One of the ones that I tell people a lot, and this is just for career goals or life goals or whatever, a great exercise is to just draw a line down the center of a blank sheet of paper. And in the left column, write all the things that you don't want. And then on the right side, just write the complete opposite. Cut the paper in half, throw the left side away, and now you have the things that you want. You can focus on those things. They're complete opposites of what you don't want. And once you start talking about what you do want and what you don't want, the focus completely shifts to that. And everything, the sun is fucking brighter. And you really have a different outlook, and it's all about your attitude. But I practice transcendental meditation. That's helped a lot. Visualization techniques, writing my goals down every day, having something to work for, having a goal and chunking it down to daily activities. Once you have a purpose, you don't even need anybody else in your life. and the right people will come along. But it's everybody's different, but lay back on the substances, even if it's food. I mean, there's such poison out there in the world. It's all socially acceptable, all this stuff. But once you can see through the matrix, you'll realize like there's a lot of chemical stuff going on with people that affects your mindset. That once you can get rid of the stuff that's ailing you physically, you can more easily channel the stuff you want to mentally.